Hello guys and welcome back to SpiriTenacity.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Daniel.
Wait.
No, I'm Jesse.
Something doesn't seem right about that.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Daniel.
Yeah. Okay, so in today's video we will be talking about laser light focus, which is a key ingredient to success.
Yeah.
Like we talked about in our last video, will be in the description.
And we're going to link that in the description below.
Yeah, there we go.
Before we begin though, we're going to ask that you smash that like and subscribe button and tap that bell next to it for updates on videos. Thank you.
Yes.
Alright, so as we talk about this, the first thing that we need to do is talk about the kind of hierarchy of breaking down success. So the first thing, the highest level of that would be, what is success? It's going to be like, you know, your whole end goal, what you want your life to be, your visualization, as we talked about in our last video, about what you want your life to be as a successful person. So Jesse, what is yours? Just list a few things.
So in my last video, I had 4 things that were my vision of success. One of them was having a nice house in the country, being with my family, driving nice cars, and being free of work.
Okay, so that is his end goal. Now let's break it down to the second one, your vision. So a vision is kind of like a piece of the bigger puzzle, your success. So a vision kind of would be like one area. So in this case,
so in this case it would be being free of work. We'll focus on that.
So that's his vision,
Mm-hmm.
his end goal, those 4 things.
Mm-hmm.
His vision is going to be free of work.
Yes.
So the next level is your brick wall, all right? And you're going to understand this in just a little bit. So your brick walls, you're going to have 1 of them, you can have 2 of them, 3, 4, a million of them.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is the barriers that prevent you from already having it instantly, your success, your vision, which is a puzzle of your big game. So list off like a few kind of barriers, brick walls that could be in the way of that. Just big things.
The vision is being free of work. Now the barriers would be,
what's step 1? You know, like
step 1 is getting a job.
Getting a job.
Getting a job. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And maybe creating a company.
Yeah.
That's a barrier. That's a huge barrier.
Yeah. You gotta kind of work hard to build it up.
Yeah. I mean, there's different things, but
you gotta actually, you know, build it up to where you can actually have a steady income.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, those are examples of brick walls that get in the way of that. Alright, so you have brick wall, well, they have to be made up of something, and those are bricks.
One of the barriers were getting a job. Now the bricks would be applying for the job, finding the job, creating a resume,
talking to them, negotiating pay rates, and actually accepting your job, peeing in a cup, all that stuff is important to actually getting a job. Now how do you actually, now that we've talked about the hierarchy and organization of this, how do you actually bust through those brick walls? It may seem kind of discouraging to actually get to this point with a million brick walls, and that's not even all of it.
Yeah.
You got different visions of your life, and this may be really discouraging for some people. Well, we have a key ingredient for you, and that is your laser-like focus. Alright, so Jesse, talk to them a little bit about OODA loop.
Okay, so OODA loop. OODA loop was created by Sergeant Colonel John Boyd.
Yep.
Okay, thanks for correcting me. John Boyd. And what OODA loop is, it's observe, orient, decide, and act.
Okay. Now let's take a vision and or brick walls and use the OODA loop to break them down. This is kind of like making a machine gun and shooting all of your walls down and getting to your success as fast as you can. One of the brick walls would be finding a job.
Yes.
So what you would do? Well, you have to observe. You have to observe kind of like the situation, see what you got to do. So you have to observe, and that is like, you know, well, I need to get a job. And what are the things, kind of like do a little bit of research, observe, you know, like how do I actually get a job? See overviews of steps on like WikiHow, whatever you know. Then you got to orient yourself. Put yourself into the position to be able to knock this little brick wall out. So you have to, after you do that research, make a resume, do all this stuff, and take out those little bricks, and you have to orient kind of like your laser, your cannon, and blow the important stuff out of the water. Blow your brick wall down. Okay? Then you're going to decide, well, which ones am I going to knock out first? Because you don't have limitless time. That's a very key ingredient, and you will find that as as you become and build up your spirit tenacious mindset that time is fleeting and you need to work as fast as you can and as hard as you can. So, breaking down your brick walls. The last thing you need to do is execute, act.
Yes.
And if there's one book that I'd like to recommend, it is 10X by Grant Cardone. And we will definitely link that in the description below, and you can find that in our recommended book section on our website, SpiriTenacity.com. It's a great book. Oh, good read. It's going to boost your machine gun act and turn it faster and blow all your brick walls down and get you to success as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And you'll understand that as soon as you read that book. Highly love it. So, I talked a little bit about that cannon. Alright, so if we break that down a little bit more and look at that a little more in depth. Okay, so we talked about, the title of this is laser-like focus. So, if you focus on the wrong things, you're not going to get very far. Well, how exactly would you take down a brick wall, Jesse?
Just kick it down, just tear it up.
Right in the center?
Yeah, right in the
Plant
center.
your foot right in the center.
If
and
you're
get
just
down.
kicking around like the corners or just messing around, you're not actually breaking the barrier.
It's going to take a really long time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like pulling off one brick at a time. They're just
Yeah.
crappy places from the sides, from the corners, whatever. What you want to do is find the best bricks, the centralized pieces, and you want to blow that crap out of it. So you have to kind of change your position, your focus, and you have to knock it out, execute, use the OODA loop. And this is why it's so important. You can't be like a shotgun and spraying all these things. You will never get your success, and you will never even break down a brick wall, maybe. Leading you to live a life on the couch.
In order to wrap up this video, we need to understand the success structure, which is the visualization of success, which is your visions, everything that you see or that you want to see, the walls,
the brick walls
that you need to knock down in order to get to that vision,
and then
the bricks that make up the wall that need to be knocked down.
Alright.
So in order to break down those barriers, a good way to do it is OODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, and act.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where laser-like focus comes in. In order to use OODA loop effectively, you need to know where you're aiming your machine gun at the wall. You can't be focusing or shooting at the corners or somewhere where you won't actually do damage to the wall. You need to focus on the center pieces, the ones that are actually going to do damage to that wall, and break it down.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
and that wraps up this video, guys.
Yeah.
And we hope that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out our videos, and visit our website at SpiriTenacity.com.
we'll see you on the next video.
Be blessed.